Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I know that I'm pretty much looking the same in about two intros and the end of my March. That's because I want to do both of these videos at the same time. So I am doing a mood read situation, but all of the ones that I want to mood read, they're pretty much all Kindle books, except for one. One is going to be for sure an audio through Hoopla, but I also want to do continuing series, and that's what this book is for. So when you'll get my review of this in my next video, because that will be the one after this one. But I do have a lot of books I want to read. I think I have about 6 or 7 written down right now, but I think what I'm going to start with is Doubling My Luck by D. Garcia. This series is not my favorite. It is a St. Patrick's Day type of novella, and it's just okay. Like the first one I really didn't like, and this last one I was like, I mean, yeah, funny, not great, but it was okay. So I'm hoping this one will be better, and I think there's only like 2 more after this. So I think this series will be done soon. But yeah, I really want to start there, and I feel like I'm just going to look at the list because I think I have about 7 books, like I said. And I kind of want to just look through them and just pick, like, you know what? That one sounds good right now. Hey, so it's now Monday, and I have a lot of updates. I am blazing through audiobooks right now. I really wasn't into audiobooks whenever I got off, but then I was like, you know what? I have a lot of them. Let me just whip those out. They're all holiday novellas. So that's what I did. So first I read Doubling My Luck by D. Garcia on my Kindle. It was like 38 pages, super short. And I did like that one more than Cupid's Chokehold by her for Valentine's Day. I did like this one more. It was like, it's kind of the same situation as Cupid's Chokehold. So it was one male with 2 females in Cupid's Chokehold. This one is one female with 2 males. They are cousins, and they are from like Ireland, and they happen to be in New Orleans at the time of St. Patrick's Day. And this main girl, she caught her boyfriend cheating. So she immediately just took all of his stuff, took it to the woman's house, and is like, hey, best way to get over somebody is to get under another. But instead of just getting under one, she gets under both of these men. And I liked the fact that they went into this knowing that this was going to be a one-night thing, and to just help her get over her ex just for one day. And that's what they did. So I did really like them. I liked their personalities. I liked how unserious it was, but yet they wanted her to feel good. So I really did like it. I don't even remember what I rated it. I think I rated it a 4. I have my little notebook situation right here. Let's see. Yeah, I rated it a 4. But then I listened to My Week with the Prince by Jay Sterling. This is my favorite of her series so far. The other 2, I was just like, oh, I don't think Jay Sterling's for me. This one was so good. So good. 4 stars. Loved it. So you're following Celeste and Patrick, and Celeste, literally the opening line is, she's dead. Her mom died of cancer, and her mom bought a vacation for her and her sister to go to Ireland, and she ends up getting picked up by the person that owns the inn for her and her sister to stay in. And it is so funny because the guy is technically a prince, but he doesn't go by the title, and he just immediately is enraptured with her, and she is totally taken by him. She's only there for 5 days. They're doing so many things together, and they have a very hard time when it was time for her to go. It was not good for her. So I loved it. Gave it 4 stars, 188 pages. Took me about 2 hours to listen to it. This one is by far my favorite of the series. I was struggling for a little while with Jay Sterling, and this one, I'm getting excited for the next one. Then I started it yesterday, finished it today, was Cupid's Shot. I forgot that I was in the middle of this series. The second one of the High Five novella it's following Sarah and Aaron. Sarah is friends with the main girl from the first book, and Aaron is the bartender from the male of the first book. And Aaron is told he must bartend with wings on his back, but with no shirt on. And so he does it, and he is sending Sarah free drinks, but it says that he has a secret admirer. So she can't figure out who it is. And he takes her on a few dates and everything. And he admits like he wanted to ask her to homecoming when they were in high school, but he chickened out. She goes, I would have said yes. Why didn't you ask? Like, I love the fact that these are short. This was 118 pages. It didn't even take me 2 hours to listen to it, but there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of connection, and you get spice, but it's so at the end of it, and it's not even the most important part. And I love that she makes them have connections in such a short amount of time, because then I did pick up, which mind you, I gave that one also 4 stars. I gave Shamrock Kisses also 4 stars. And this one was 110 pages. It's a little bit shorter, but this is the third friend for St. Patrick's Day. And she is at the bar. She is the last one of the friend group to be single, and she doesn't want to be single anymore. She's like, you know what? I'm ready to settle down. And she like cleans like houses type of situation. And she was cleaning this like rich person's house, and the kid, the child of the rich person, and his friend Patrick go, and Patrick and Rachel immediately have a connection. They immediately look at each other, and she invites them to come to the bar and everything. So he decides to go. He's tall, he's got red hair, he's got a beard, and he wears glasses, and she's like, I love the nerdy look. And that's what he is. Like he hacks like companies, like he hacked a company and got $5 million. Like he's smart. He's very smart. And he now works for that company, and he helps other people not be able to break in. Like, it's a whole thing. I mean, he makes buku bucks, and she doesn't know that. And so they're spending time together at the bar, and he is just infatuated. So infatuated, and she is just obsessed. So they spend the day and the night together. They never really they never like get fully all the way. They never, take it all the way. They do other things, but they never actually like do it. But she's like, what do you like to spend your money on? Because he wants to be a minimalist. And he's like, well, I want to go on vacations. And that's what I like to do. I love to travel. And when I'm on traveling, I spend whatever I want, especially on food. Like, I eat my weight in food and da 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 da. Well, he's going to Japan. And he's like, you're going to come with me. And she's like, what? And he goes, yeah, you're going to come with me, and you're not paying for anything. And so they make a whole plan. And he's from Chicago, like a little, like 2 hours away. But they're like fully making plans to make it work. And I loved watching them talk it out with each other. And I love Serena Pier's writing, and I'm really excited to continue. I did find another Kindle book of an audiobook of another book that I want to read, but I can't remember. I'll put it up on screen. I don't have the paper right in front of me. Wait a minute. I might. It's called Killer of Mine. Yeah, Killer of Mine by Alexis Grace. This is also on Hoopla. And I do want to do that. And then I didn't realize some of Ruby Dixon's Ice Planet Barbarians, it has an audiobook on there, but it's 6 hours. I don't know how it's 6 hours. Those books are really short. So I don't know. But I am hoping to start Killer of Mine by Alexis Grace, do that one as my audio. And then I still have 3 Kindle books. I have Barbarian's Prize, Alien Heart by Ursa Dax, and I have one other one that I'm thinking about reading. I just have like a list, and I'm kind of just picking through it what I want to read. So we'll see which one I pick up next, but I'm really thinking Killer of Mine is going to be next. Hey, so I did finish Barbarian's Prize by Ruby Dixon. It's technically the 5th book of the series. Mind you, there's a lot of novellas before this point. So I feel like I've read a lot of them, but there were quite a few novellas. But this one, oh my God, I wanted to cry so bad in this one. It was so sweet and wholesome. There's Tiffany, and the guy is I can't say his name. I don't know. It starts with an S. Suliak. So I can't say his name, but it was sweet because Tiffany on the ship when she's abducted, the other aliens, the orange aliens, forced themselves on her. So if you don't want to read about that, because it lightly touches it, I wouldn't read this, but it was beautiful in the fact that it's only her and one other human that are not, like, their cooeys have not resonated. And there are 4 aliens that are trying to be with Tiffany because she is teaching herself everything they're doing, like cooking the meat, making the hides, like doing absolutely everything. And now she's trying to grow. They're calling them not potatoes, but they kind of look like a potato, but they don't really, they kind of taste like one too, but they don't look like it. But she's trying to grow them, and there's 4 aliens that are trying to vie for her, and it's too much attention for her. She's like, I drew attention on the ship. Aliens forced themselves on me. I don't want to be touched. I don't want attention. Like, she wants to be left alone, and these guys will not leave her alone. And her love interest, he kind of figures out like she doesn't like the attention, so he stays back and he just watches her. And then he's like, I'm going to befriend her, but I know like she is the one I'm supposed to be with. I can feel it. And so he goes and he's like, what are you doing with the roots? And she's like, well, I'm growing them. And he's like, but you're putting, dung, like that's what they use for fire. And she's like, yeah, on my planet, this is like fertilizer for plants. So I'm trying to see if it'll grow. And he's like, you're trying to make things grow. Like, they're very confused because they really live on a meat diet. And she's like, yeah, I'm trying. So he's like, okay, well, I'll just help you. So he starts digging the holes, they start planting, but he's not pushing himself on her. And I really appreciated that. And that she tells him what happened. And he is furious. And she's like, I really need to get over it. I need to let things happen. I need to love again. I don't want to be like this anymore. So she asks him, can you help me with wanting to be touched? And he's just like, but I've only wanted to do it with my mate, and we haven't resonated yet. So it's been like a thing. But he does end up doing it. And mind you, these aliens, they don't know what kissing is. So it's a whole thing. But it was beautiful. I loved this book. I'm giving it a 4.5. This one is probably my favorite. I like Grumpy Sunshine, and that's quite a bit in this series, and I love it. But this one, it was more heartfelt, and I already know who the next one's going to be about because you kind of saw it a little bit in this one, and I am dying to read it. I almost picked it up right away, but I'm like, you know what? I have 3 other books that I'm trying to read because I did start Killer of Mine yesterday, and I was listening to it. I don't even know how far I am in, but I'm really not enjoying myself. It's very insta love. It's supposed to be just be regular people, and they're FBI agents. There's 4 guys, and they're immediately, all of them, they're part of like a team. They're immediately all infatuated with this one girl, and they find out like she is a daughter of a serial killer, and she's tried to hide it this entire time, and all this stuff. And they're very controlling of her, and I'm not quite sure I'm enjoying myself. I think I'm gonna give it a little bit longer and see, like, I really wanted to like this. I think what it really more works for me when it's like Omegaverse, but also too, I just feel like the commentary isn't my favorite. I don't know. I'm going to give it a little bit more time and see if I'm going to DNF it, because I did think about it a lot yesterday. I really didn't. I kind of got all the twists. I'm like, oh, this is what's going to happen. And like a minute later it came out, and I'm like, okay, so I'm like guessing it. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that I guess it right, because I usually am wrong. I'm usually never right. So we'll see. But I did start Grumpy Pucking Orc this morning. And all I did was read a chapter before I got ready for the day. And it's about an orc. I can't think of his name right now. I am blanking. And they had a plague run through their people, and he wants a wife and he wants children. And so he goes from his world to this world. And when he gets to our world, mind you, our world knows about like these creatures, but they just don't like live there very much. I don't know. But they're told that they are not allowed to just take the women, and that they have to earn the love, and they also must have a job. And they are told they must play ice hockey. These guys have never played ice hockey. They've never been on skates ever in their lives. And they have to play a game. They literally have tried to be on ice skates for an hour before this game. And they're out on the ice. They're all falling. And everybody is laughing at them because they can't stay up on the skates. And they're meant to play a hockey game. So that's all I've read. And I know it switches, each chapter it switches. So now we're going to get the female's point of view, and she is at this ice hockey team, the game. But I haven't gotten any farther, but I am very interested in it. I think it'd be just so funny. It's over 300 pages. I don't know why it's over 300 pages. But we're going to try it and we're going to see. And then I just have, once I finish Killer of Mine and Grumpy Pucking Orc, I only have one other one to read for the week that I'm really thinking about. But I might have to change it out to read the next one in Ice Planet Barbarians. I don't know. I need to read that book. Like, this is going to be the ultimate. I think too, it's not going to be, the girl is sunshine, but when she's with him, she's not sunshine. She is mean to him. They are mean to each other. They cannot stand each other. And I want to see them. They bicker. They freaking go at each other, and everybody knows that they can't stand each other. And that is the love interest. I'm like, how is that going to work? And I think he knew this entire time, but it was mad at himself that he was feeling things for her. But we'll see. So I'm going to read, and I'll check back in when I have an update. Hey guys, so I need to do a check-in. I am reading Grumpy Pucking Orc by Deborah Dunbar, and I'm 48% of the way through. It says I have about 3.5 hours left to read it. It feels like I'm reading it quick, but am I enjoying myself? No, not really. I really want to skim. Like, I like the orc, Ozar. I like him. It's Jordan that I have a problem with. She is a dentist, and like she does like reconstructive surgery. And Ozar is an orc that is told when he comes to this place that he needs to work on a hockey team if he wants to stay to try to get a bride. And so that's what they're doing, but they've never skated before, so they're trying. And she's at the game, and she sees like he does actually kind of play. He's the only player that's actually able to stay up on his skates. But he does get hurt. He loses 2 teeth, and his tusk gets like loosened. And he happens to be after the game leaning against her car, just like thinking about things. And she comes up and she just like puts her hands pretty much in his mouth, starts looking, and they end up meeting up kind of later. She's like showing him pictures and videos of like reconstruction and stuff. And he's like interested, but like, it's like they have the mate bond, and like, cause like he felt it. So I get it. And like I like when we're in his point of view, and like he's trying to figure out how to woo her because he doesn't know what he's doing. So he's trying to figure it out. But the only thing I really don't like is being in Jordan's point of view. We're talking a lot about teeth. And everything, it's super repetitive. I feel like almost half of this book could have been cut out. Because when we're in her point of view, we have the conversation, but then when we're in Ozar's point of view, we rehash the conversation that they just had in the last chapter. Everything is repeated multiple times. It's not even just one time, it's multiple times, because he'll think about it and then he tells his friends about it, and you're re-listening to the conversation again. It's extremely repetitive, and it's getting very frustrating to the point where I don't want to pick it up. And I thought I would love this book, and I'm not enjoying myself. And the more I'm talking about it, the more I want to DNF it because I'm just so frustrated. It is a lot about teeth, and you read it a lot, and it is over and over and over again, the same thing over and over. And then also there was a situation with Ozar that he is running in the park, and this little girl walks up to him and goes, "Push me on the swing." And so he just does it. And then all of a sudden, there's a bunch of kids he's having to push them on the swing too, and the parents are just okay. And I'm like, that wouldn't happen. Like, that just wouldn't happen. So I'm not invested. And the more I'm talking about it, the more I don't want to pick it up. I mean, I'm 48% of the way through. And the entire time I'm like, I don't want to read this. I don't want to read this. Like, I thought this would be funny and silly, go goofy and just chill. It has no substance for me. It did have a point where I think they have already done it, but it's closed door. Like, everything else was very open door, but one, it was actual, like, getting down and busy, like actual penetration. You don't get any of it. You get all the all oral stuff. You get all of it. You get all the description of that. But once it's penetration, it's closed door. I was like, okay. But I think it's the repetitiveness of this that I can't handle. So I've pretty much talked myself into DNFing it. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, I really want to start Alien Heart by Ursula X. I think that too is like in the back of my mind that I really want to read that. And that's why this one, I'm just like, I don't care about this book at all. Like, I really don't care. So I'm going to DNF this because I'm just frustrated the entire time I'm reading it. And I'm going to start Alien Heart, and because I really do want to make progress in that series. And I think also following Ice Planet Barbarians and then reading this is just not it. So I'm going to DNF it, and I'm going to start Alien Heart right now. Hey, so I'm going to close out this vlog. I did finish pretty much all the books I wanted to finish for this video, which is, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 8 books. Mind you, 4 of them are St. Patrick's Day novellas. So I feel like I did really good, but I have my little handy dandy paper right here. So I want to go over like what I read, and then I'll catch up to what I just finished. So I did finish Doubling My Luck, 37 pages, 4 stars. The series for this is getting better and better. I am liking them. I think too, the first one just surprised me because it's not like a relationship in the end. None of them are, and now I'm used to that, so I'm liking them more. My Week with the Prince, that one was so cute. Loved it. Gave that one 4 stars also. Yeah, they're all 4 stars. That one was really cute. I really enjoyed myself with that. That one had a little bit of an emotional impact. That one was good. And I'm realizing I am liking Jay Sterling the more I get into the series. And then Cupid's Shot, because for some reason, forgot about that one last month. That one was good. I freaking love those books. They're so fast. The High Five series, they're good. I love them. Can't get enough. And then I did Shamrock Kisses. That is also in the same series as Cupid Shot. 4 stars. They're all 4 stars. Couldn't get enough of them. They're very, very good. Then I did Barbarian's Prize, and that's by Ruby Dixon. And I love that series. Like, I was kind of been like, I think it was really like the honeymoon novella books were kind of getting to me. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little irritated. I don't want to read those. So now we're getting into like every book is now a new romance, and I'm loving that. I'm loving it again. I'm really excited to really jump back into that series hard, get it done. There's so many books, and I am very far behind. And then I did give that one a 4.5. I gave that one a 4.5. Well, then I did DNF, Grumpy Pucking Orc by Deborah Dunbar. I couldn't do it. I only cared in his point of view than hers. All she wants to talk about is teeth, and I'm not into that. I was like, dude, like, can we talk about this guy? And like, it's not for me. It's just not for me. So then I did read Killer of Mine. I was contemplating DNFing it, and I'm glad I didn't. I gave it 4 stars. I was wondering how this was going to go. I like the way it went, and I really like how it ended, and I'm really curious to read the next one. So that one is also another 4-star book. I've had a lot of 4 stars in this video. They're pretty much all 4s, 4s and halves, and 1 DNF. So I mean, that's pretty good. Then I did read Alien Heart, and oh my god, that's the last book I read. I loved it. I absolutely loved that book, and I'm very curious how the next one's going to be, because it's the new group, because they're trying to find a group that they didn't know even existed. It's like with Talk. He's like almost like an alligator type of situation. He's even bigger than the other aliens, and they didn't know they existed. Well, they find out because he is mated to one of the females. And so they discover, because their ship fell on the first book, and there's like a whole map, and they see that there is another clan outside of the Death Plains that's kind of like the newer group that kind of came in, and they want to get to them and tell them, hey, this is what's going to happen, like we need to band together, all this stuff. So they're trying to get there. I love Varro, whatever the heck you say his name. Loved him. And then Camille, loved her. She didn't really like let him, like whenever he would get in his feels, she was like, you're going to be stuck with me. But he wanted to be there, but he didn't think he was worth it because he only has one arm. He had one arm taken off when he was a child because him and his brother got stopped by this thing. It's called a abalic. I don't know how to say it, but it's almost like a giant octopus thing on land. And if you cut off a tentacle, 2 more grow out of it. It was a whole situation, and he was a child. His brother told him to run. It got smashed. They had to amputate it. The brother died. So that's he doesn't think he's worthy of having a mate, and he's surprised when he is called and told, because he was already kind of interested in her before the Lavrika came to tell him that that is his one. So I really liked it. It was good. And like him, he has never been with a woman at all because there were no unmated females. And she kind of figures it out like, oh, he really doesn't know what to do because he has never been with a woman at all. So I kind of have to show him what to do. But also, like, he has anatomy things that are not human. So she's having to freaking learn all that. It's a thing. It's funny. It's good. I really like it. So I'm assuming the new guys, there's going to be 2, because the next 2, they're like purple. Their skin is purple, and I think their hair is like a blue or like a black with like the blue tint to it kind of situation. I'm assuming that's what it is. But I love Ursa Dax's alien romances. I cannot get enough, and I am just so excited to continue on. But I feel like I did really good. I mean, I read 7 books and I DNF'd 1. I feel like I did really good. So if you like this type of video, comment down below. If you like any of these books, let me know. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.